Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Shabi Zane, and for those of you that are returning, welcome back. Glad to see you all again and to have you come in for this discussion, this new message that has come to me that I want to share with the chosen seeds. Um, so, I want to first start by saying that I did have another dream, okay? And this particular dream that I had, I was not able to remember the entire dream because I know there was so much more to the dream, but this small piece that I was able to remember, I feel is important to those of you who may be joining me at this time. So let me go ahead and get right into it. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you all back here again. So let's get started. So in my dream, very, very short because I couldn't remember all of it. So I was outside walking around and I noticed that there was two snakes, okay? Two very huge snakes. I'm talking about twice the size of the average person, okay? Um, and one of them was blue, a very beautiful blue, almost yeah, very similar to my earrings. Actually, it was blue and black, just like my earrings. And the other one was orange and black, very bright, loud orange and black. Both of them was comparative in size. They both was extremely large snakes, almost like maybe I guess you could compare it to like an anaconda or something like that. So I'm outside and I'm walking, and these snakes, they're right next to each other, and they're slithering by, and they're actually facing me, looking directly at me. And I wasn't in this energy of being fearful of the snakes, but I wasn't about to go by them at the same time. Okay. Now, if some of you have kept up with my videos in real life, I've actually been coming across a lot of snakes, and I've been taking a lot of pictures of them, posting them on my Facebook. I've come across about 7 snakes within the past about 3 weeks. I've seen about 7 snakes. Okay. And one thing that I know about snakes now that I'm becoming so familiar with them is that they disguise themselves very well. Okay, whether it's disguising themselves along a tree limb or disguising themselves in a grass, the Most High created them where they're not just um, obvious, to the unaided eye. So these particular snakes in my dream, though, because they were so, odd in color, I'm talking about the same color as my earrings, the same blue and black, and the other one was a very bright orange and black. So I'm walking, and so I decide to take another route to go around the snakes at this point because I'm like, okay, these are some huge snakes. I don't know what they're doing out here, but they're very loud in color. They was beautiful to look at. I couldn't take my eyes off of them, but I wasn't about to go near them at the same time. And so I kept on going to wherever it is I was headed to, and I noticed that when I came back, the snakes was actually still there in the same area facing me once again. It was almost as if they was waiting for me to come near them. Okay. And I told a few people that was surrounding me, I'm like, do y'all see those snakes? And they hadn't noticed them before. I had seen them. I'm not sure how they didn't see them as big as they was, but when I pointed them out, they was like, oh my gosh, wow, look at it, look at the colors. They was in awe of the snakes. Okay. And I woke up. Okay. Or that's the only part of my dream that I can remember. So, the message that I feel this is bringing for the chosen at this time is that you have some people in your life right now, okay, who are presenting themselves to you. They are no longer disguising themselves for who they are. In the past, they used to wear a mask. In the past, they used to try to disguise who they truly were or how they truly felt about you. Now they're very bold, they're out there, they're very loud with the disdain or whatever issues that they have with you. They might be confrontational to a large degree. You might find yourself that people will be coming to you being very confrontational in their energy, or they're just blatantly saying things without even trying to censor it. Okay, they're just coming to you and just putting it out there. They're just letting it all hang out, and they don't care that you see their true nature. I feel that this is what the chosen are dealing with at this point. And I feel that this is another test that we are having to go through because what's happening is the spirits of these people who are starting to see who we are, their spirits are becoming very disrupted. because these people are starting to recognize that they played a major role in going against the chosen ones. They played a major factor because in the past, they probably caused a lot of heartbreak, a lot of upheaval in your life, and they did it in a way where they tried to disguise themselves. They tried to project, they tried to make it seem as if it was you rather than acknowledging their behavior, and they disguised themselves probably to many people because they wanted to be seen in a certain light. But now that the chosen seeds have awakened and we have separated ourselves and we have gone into this energy of, how many people would see it as being like seclusion or withdrawing ourselves from these people, they are getting more angry. And now it's like they're starting to um, like I said, be very blatant about the way that they feel about the chosen seeds, and they're trying to be very confrontational and combative in their energy. They're trying to see if they can throw you off your square. They're trying to see if you believe that you are who you say you are. If they believe it, I feel like they know it, okay? They've always known that there was something very different and special about you. But now they're starting to see, okay, I don't, it's like they're no longer receiving the energy supply that you used to give them. Like, say, for instance, these people, if they try to strike up a confrontation with you in the past, you probably matched them in that energy. You probably was very fiery in your energy where you, because I know that's how I used to be. If people would start things with me, I was ready to go. Even though I was a very quiet person and very, very withdrawn and introverted person, I was always the person that was on the front lines when it came to anything that seemed like it was a lack of integrity, or if you tried to come for me in a way where I felt like you was being disrespectful, I was there. Okay, I was ready. But now it's this energy of I know how to transmute the energy, or I know how to just shut a person off altogether. I will not entertain that type of energy. I won't even give it 5 minutes of my time anymore. And so now these people are starting to grieve the fact that you're no longer exchanging your energy with them on any level because you've exposed them. And so rather than them trying to come towards you and disguise their intention, they're going to be very outright and forthright about their intentions. The fact that they want to be confrontational, they want to say things to you, to be disrespectful towards you, to try to see if you believe that you are who you say you are. So they're going to try to test you. So I just want the chosen seeds to know you don't even have to be careful. I feel like it's going to be so clear to you who these people are that you need to just prepare your sword to get ready to chop them right on up out of your life. Do what's necessary to, send that energy right back to them. You don't receive it, you don't accept it, because we have healed enough. We have healed enough to create a protective barrier around ourselves where we are no longer even entertaining that type of energy. And so people are very, very resistant to the changes that they see you making outwardly as well as internally. They see it and they can feel it, and it's very disruptive for their minds. These are people who in the past was very narcissistic in their energy. Like I said, the chosen seed, we tend to attract narcissists into our lives. These are people who was very probably very greedy, not very giving. Okay, you might have had a lot of unequal situations where you might have been more giving in certain areas of your life, or even when it comes to emotionally, you might have been more giving. But these people were, it's like they was taking advantage of you to a large degree. But they know that you're no longer in this energy of confusion. Okay, and so this is why you're going to have people that come towards you to just blatantly outright test you. Okay, and I don't think that they even care that other people see who they are anymore, because it's like this is the time of the reveal. And I always say this in all of my videos, because we are in the age of Aquarius. We are in the times of the revelation, in the times of the reveal, where nothing can be kept hidden anymore, not even the true nature of a person. Okay, just like our true nature is being shown and it's being revealed and it's reflecting out into the world, the true nature of who we are, the beauty that is within us, the true nature of those people who have not healed, and those people who wore a mask for a long time and was able to stay on top by being fake, by using materialism, or using their profession, or using their status as a way of tricking the masses, tricking people into believing that they was something that they truly was not internally. Okay, internally these people was actually still very unhealed, very unbalanced, very emotionally disrupted. And so they was able to wear a false mask for a long time because the world was fooled and very easily tricked by materialism, by anything that actually stroked the ego in the age of Pisces. But now that we are in the age of Aquarius, these people, their masks are coming off and they know it. They know that the chosen seed, they know that we can see right through them now. There's nothing that we cannot see because we listen to our inner voice. We listen to our intuition. We use our spiritual navigations to try a person and to discern a person by their spirit. And so we're not even entertaining confrontation. So it's really it's bothering them because now it's forcing them to have to go and to find another supply. And they're not going to find another supply like the chosen because we are rare and we are far and few between. Okay. And so because of that, these people are in heavy regret. They're grieving the fact that you're no longer confused about them. You see right through them. You see right through the mask. And because you're taking advantage of new and exciting opportunities, you're moving towards things that bring you passion, things that put you in that space of, creating a happy foundation for yourself. And you're waiting for your ships to come in terms of the right type of relationships. Because I know that, you know, the chosen seeds right now, many of us are not in our divine partnerships. That much I can say for certain. And that's only because we had to individually go through a transformation, a death and a rebirth. Okay, so we had to die to our old selves and be reborn into who we are today, which is awakened beings, stepping into our divinity, seeing things from a higher level of consciousness, stepping outside of the matrix, seeing past the illusion, letting our light shine. All of these things, we was not operating from that space in the past because we had yet to fully awaken to who we are. But now that we are here, now the divine partnerships are getting ready to start coming together. And so many of us had to release ourselves from karmic partnerships with people who was only in our lives to teach us vital lessons, but their soul, their spirit actually had another agenda, which was to dim our light. And it was to keep us from finding out who we was so that we could come together to reshape humanity. And so those partnerships, we've released ourselves from those partnerships, and we will soon be coming together in our divine partnerships because many of us are waking up. Many of us have healed enough to be able to attract to us our masculine or feminine counterpart. Okay. And so these people are very heartbroken. They're disappointed that you're no longer waiting on them. You're no longer in this energy of entertaining them. You're no longer offering your love to them. You're just more or less saying, okay, hey, I can love you from a distance, but I will not entertain any of your nonsense. You're more so focused on your creative energy. That's what the chosen seeds are doing right now. We're focused in on our gifts. We're focused in on our purpose, and we're allowing that to be what brings passion and spark and zeal into our lives. We're using our creative energy and we're directing it in that way. And many of these people, for the chosen seed, if it's an ex, you might find that these people will be very blatant when it comes to their sexual advances towards you, or when it comes to trying to get back with you, because they're learning that the energy that you brought to them, even sexually, was very different from the connections that they had with a lot of other people. Okay. And so they're going to be very blatant when it comes to even trying to have sexual connections and hookups with you. So you want to be very careful not to share your energy with people that are functioning at a low vibrational, functioning from a low vibrational energy. Be very careful, okay? Because right now I feel that you should be sacrificing your sexual energy and using that energy towards creating a foundation for yourself, building on your spiritual gifts, building on your purpose, and like I said, redirecting that energy towards creating a happy foundation for yourself and sacrificing long enough to allow your divine partner to come to you. I think that's very important. All right. And I feel that, for some of the chosen seeds, maybe we've had to go through even emotionally having to deal with, sometimes wavering back and forth in that energy of being alone. But I feel that once you start using that time and really, really putting your time and your energy into your gift and sharing your gift with the world, that's what's actually going to allow you to get back into your groove and to feel good about what you're doing. And that's another way to release any pent up sexual energy that you might have from reserve, saving yourself. Okay. It's very important for us at this time. We cannot share our energy with just anybody. Okay, very important to know this. And so these people, they're going to try to come back at you. They're going to try to test you to see, can they tempt you? Can they? Because one thing that I did see in terms of my dream, one of the snakes was blue. So I like to associate a lot of the colors with the chakras, okay? So the blue chakra deals with the throat chakra. The throat chakra is usually symbolized by the color blue. So the blue snake would symbolize communication. So it's like this particular snake, I saw it as being very flamboyant and very much so out there in terms of the way that it communicates. It's a snake. It's clear that it's a snake, and it's very big. It's like it's very loud in its approach. Okay, these snakes, even the color blue that it was, my earrings are very loud blue for a snake. It was not the type of snake that could be hidden. Okay, and so these people might come back to you in a very loud way, like very aggressive, very just I don't know, just very aggressive way, okay, in the way that they communicate, because they want to try to see, like, they can't come at you in a subtle way anymore, because they see that you change so much that they, it's angering them to the degree where it's like, okay, well, if I go to her in a subtle way, or him to in a subtle way with my approach, and I say something slick, she might just let that, okay, they'll let that fly. But if I'm loud and aggressive in my approach, and I'm big with my voice, and I'm, grand and wide with this communication, okay, then maybe that will be enough to incite some sort of reaction, so that I can sleep at night knowing that, well, she's not as chosen as she thinks she is, or as he thinks he is, because I was able to incite emotion. I was able to get her to, go off on me again. And so this is all just to reassure them. Okay, this has nothing to do with you per se. This is about reassuring them that you are not who they are finally beginning to see that you are. Like, it's undeniable at this point for the chosen seeds, okay? And so the blue snake represents somebody that's coming to you that's being very aggressive in the way that they speak, very loud, and just very angry and bitter in their approach. The orange snake, very loud, like a neon color orange and black snake. Orange deals with the sacral chakra, okay? And the sacral chakra is around the genital regions. The sacral chakra a lot of times deals with that energy of passion, sexuality, your creativity. That's what the sacral chakra is all about. And so I feel that on that end, that snake would be the person that comes to you that's very obvious about what they want. They're going to come to you in a very sexually tempting manner, and they're not going to try to withhold or try to beat around the bush. It's going to be a very blatant, I want it and I want it now, just to see if they can tempt you enough to go back into being who you used to be, or to try to, like, drain you of your energy, to lower your vibrations. Do not be caught up in that temptation. And I feel like it's going to be so obvious to you, to the degree where it's like you're going to be able to, see it right away and do away with it. Like, no, absolutely not. I'm not interested. No, thank you. Take that down the road. Because right now you understand the importance of preserving your sexual energy and using it towards your gifts. Because as you know, the sexual energy, if you really think about sexual energy, it's all about creating. Okay, a lot of times you can think of it as, okay, we have the sexual interaction in order to create a child, to procreate. So if you withhold your sexual energy and you use it towards your gift that's being born within you, and you direct that passion and that sexual energy towards your gift, then that's where we should be directing our energy, so that you don't feel as if it's just building up inside of you and now you have no way to release. Release it towards your gifts, okay? Direct your focus and that passionate energy towards your gift, because rather than creating a baby, you'll be creating your purpose. You see what I'm saying? And so do not allow anyone to come in with that energy of that loud sexual energy, just blatantly. That the orange snake to me represents, for the fellas, a female that might come to you and she might just have on a trench coat and just let it all hang out. You see what I'm saying? That type of energy. And you know that this is a female that was very toxic. You know that this is somebody that was no good for you. And then for the ladies, this might represent an ex that will send you a text message of his junction. Okay, he's just gonna be outright and just gonna send you a text message of his stuff, and it's like, okay, well, clearly it's obvious what you want. You see what I'm saying? It's that type of energy. Do not be fooled. And I know that you won't be fooled, because it's going to be so clear and so obvious. If it hasn't already happened, that this is something that you can anticipate based on a dream that I had. So just, look out for that. Transmute that energy. Keep on moving towards your freedom, because you have freed yourself from these types of people. Birds of a feather flock together. But the chosen seed, we're eagles. We fly alone, okay? And being that we're eagles, what do? They eat snakes. We're not fearful of snakes. We eat them, okay? That's our meal, all right? If they even see. But these snakes right here, you don't even want to touch these snakes. But we don't fear snakes, because we understand. We rise high above the situation, and we see a person, we see them for who they are. We see their true nature. And so we don't even have an appetite for that type of energy. You see what I'm saying? So don't allow yourself to get swept up in these people that's trying to test you only because they're grieving your loss, and they're seeing that you are moving towards this new beginning, okay? And that you are recognizing who you are, and that you are honoring who you are, and that the Most High is honoring who you are by lifting you up and helping you to build this gift, helping you to build this creative structure that he has placed within you. Okay, so don't allow people to come in and interrupt that. The work that you have been putting in, the hard work, the focus, and the intention that you have been putting in is paying off. You've been working hard on something. You've been sharpening your skills. You've been putting in your focus. It is paying off, and it's getting ready to lead you towards your inheritance. The chosen seed are going to be very financially set. Okay, we're going to be very financially set, because it was meant for us to have these things so that we can actually be in this energy of sharing and uplifting humanity in a way where we are able to balance out the structure again. So he's providing us with these financial tools. These are just tools, material, in order to build a structure, because we do need that in order to build the structure in the physical. We've done our part, and we're going to continue to do our part to build it up in the spiritual realm. But in the physical realm, the materials that we need, the finances and those things that we need, our inheritance is actually coming to us. And it's because we are being very committed to our path and to our purpose. And we're not being led back to the past. We're not allowing our past to hold us back, but we're continuing to move forward towards our purpose, okay? And so we have to remain confident. That is our key to success. Remaining confident in your purpose, standing boldly and strongly in your purpose. Do not be brought down or go backwards because of the past, okay? Or allowing people to come in and to cause conflicting thoughts in your mind about the path that you're taking, or have people make you feel as if, okay, you're alone, because a lot of them would like you to feel as if you're alone and you have nobody. But little do they know, we have a large spiritual team that's with us 24/7. Okay, and while they, many of them who are still in that manipulative energy and that low vibrational energy, they are likely dealing with others who are fake friends, other people who are wearing masks just like they are, putting on a facade for society to pretend that they are happy when internally they are really, really going through it and they are grieving. But that's a large part of the karmic debt that many people have to pay for trying to cause disruption for the chosen seed. Okay, these are people that maliciously did things in the past to us, and they knew that they was doing things against us to hurt us, but they did it anyway because their ego and their carnal nature. But really, if you look deeper than that, it was because the whole mission of every person that has come into our lives to throw stumbling blocks in our way, it was to stop us from rising to our divinity and recognizing who we are. So even if in the physical realm they knew that they was being malicious, on a spiritual level, I don't, they may not be, they may not understand what their spirit was sent here to do, what they was sent here to do on a spiritual level. Okay, that they was actually here to be a part of the spiritual warfare against the chosen seeds, to cause a disruption with us spiritually by doing things to us physically. Okay, and so this, it runs so much deeper than what we see on the surface of the situation. But now we see things clearly, we see things on many different levels. Okay, we understand that there's layers to this thing. It's definitely not all in what we see in the 3D, and so we've listened to our intuition. Okay, and so the confidence, your confidence is your key to success. Continue to move forward. Okay, I do want to show y'all some cards that I had coming out here. Fighting was one of the first cards that I pulled, and this largely indicates that what I was telling you about in my dream, in terms of people coming towards you and being very blatant and very open about their intentions, no longer trying to hide it, no longer trying to camouflage or disguise themselves, but they are just very blatant and bold in their approach. And so these people are coming ready to fight in hopes that you'll put on that old armor that you used to wear, and that you'll go to battle with them all over again, because this is what they're doing physically. You can see this, but in the spiritual realm, it's them trying to put you in that energy of that push, that tug of war with yourself, that war that you have. Am I on my right path? Because if somebody can, just think about it, if one of these people can come in and throw you off your square in a spiritual realm, what that does is it puts you in this space. If you got into that energy where you match them in that energy, you're going to later on think about it and be like, wow, I actually let this person take me off my square. And then that will put you in this energy of mental conflict on a spiritual level, and feeling as if, you might be weighed down with a little bit of guilt, maybe even shame on top of that, because you allowed yourself to be affected by somebody when you already know that you see past the veil. Your eyes been open, and so you would be looking at it like, well, what business, why was this person able to come in and disrupt me in that way? So then you know that there's still more healing that needs to be done on your end, because we are to be impenetrable, to the point where nothing can phase us. We know how to quickly transmute that energy. We know how to quickly alchemize that energy, and to create a protective space for us, to keep our, create a protective boundary for us at all times, in spite of who tries to come in and disrupt that. So this is the energy. This is what they want to do. In the physical, they want to fight, and in the spiritual, they want to cause chaos and conflict as well. And so it's because you decided to take this path alone. It's because the chosen seeds have decided to take this journey. We was shown signs and synchronicities. We was given, because this is another card that's very similar, okay, that I pulled. We was given the light. We was shown the path, okay? And you see all around that is just darkness. So this light was shown specifically to us. This path was lit specifically for us. And so there's people that's resistant to that. They're very angry about the fact that you decided to actually take the path. You didn't just learn about the fact that you're a chosen seed. No, once you learned about it, you actually decided to do something about it. And whatever messages or whatever guidance you was given, you started to take the path, the road less traveled. And so people are trying to, get you to come up out of that energy so that you can go back to who you used to be. You have adventure here. So it's this energy of, before, this says aloneness right here. Before, you was taking this journey and you was feeling alone, and it was like, okay, I know that I'm supposed to go down this route, but there was a tug of war, maybe a push and pull that the chosen seed was having within themselves. Like, but at the same time, I won't have anybody, and I have to get rid of this person and that person. But now you're in this energy of that childlike nature. You're starting to see it in from a more colorful perspective. And it's now becoming an adventure to us. We're now looking at it as being like, wow, we're being shown things that, many people cannot attest to seeing. So now you want to fly higher, you want to see more, you want to keep going. And it's like this child that's seeing life for the first time, okay, from a spiritual perspective. And so we're moving into that energy of enjoying the adventure of taking the road less traveled versus feeling stuck or feeling sad or feeling, confused about it or lonely in that energy. Now people are starting to see you're glowing, you're happy, you have the zeal of being alone. And they're not comfortable with that because they would never be able to be comfortable with being alone themselves because they haven't done the work to heal. And so it's like, how are you happy? How are you in this energy of feeling good about the position that you're in when you had to lose this, you had to sacrifice that, you had to go through XYZ, and they're sitting over there, they still have what they would call it all. They still have the material resources, some of them, because many of them are going to take financial losses because of the things that they have done to us. That's the karmic debt that they're going to have to pay. But some of them still have these things, and they have yet to be able to find even a small measure of peace. And that's that, some of them won't lose everything financially. A lot of them will just lose their peace of mind. They can no longer feel good. They can no longer sleep well at night, knowing that they did these things against you. Okay, and so this is something that's going to be that they're going to be plagued with for a very long time because they're going to have to watch you be lifted up before your enemies. You see what I'm saying? That's not sitting well in their spirit. And so now, because of all of these things that we are learning on our adventure, we are being put in this energy where our cup overfloweth. We have more than enough to give. We're in this energy of being able to share our knowledge, share our light, share our abundance. Okay, and this is why I was telling you we're getting ready to receive and reap a very large harvest. We're going to be financially set for generations to come because because we've done the work. Because we've done the work and because it was divinely guided and purpose for us to be in that position. Because the Most High knew that we operate from a space of integrity that will allow us to be giving and be open to creating a structure that's not just to serve us, not just to serve our household, but to serve humanity as a whole because we understand our part. We see the bigger picture. You see what I'm saying? Many of the people that are not chosen for this, the Most High did not choose them because he knew that they would not be able to come out of their ego or come out of their carnal nature in order to use these gifts to actually share it with humanity. Many of the people that are in that energy of being able to share something, those that are operating from a low vibrational space, they share from their ego. They share from their carnal nature. And so it's not bringing any balance or peace or love into humanity, but it's actually that energy of taking us backwards or putting people further into their ego. Okay, so for instance, if you have someone who's very materialistic, they might think that if they go out, let's just use a rapper for instance. So a lot of these rappers, they believe that because they have financial wealth, they're sharing something if they are telling you how to get that bag. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to share with you how you can get a fresh grill or how you can pimp your ride. These are things that they think that they're sharing something. They think that they are giving to humanity by expressing what they know, but all they're doing is putting people deeper and deeper into materialism and into their ego and into their carnal nature. And so the Most High knows that, there's certain people that would get financial wealth that would use it for the ego versus those of us, the chosen seed, who he's going to bless, who he's blessing with our inheritance. We're going to use it for a greater purpose because we've already overcome our ego. Okay, we've risen above our ego. We've risen out of our carnal nature. We're no longer attached to the material realm. Okay, we're no longer attached to stuff to the point where we'll hold on to it so tightly that we can't use it to build up the kingdom because we're just concerned about keeping it for us. No, we're not in that energy. And so we're in this place where we're able to share our light and those things that we are learning. And as we continue to grow, she's very, very well dressed. And if you've been having financial issues, trust and believe you're coming up out of that. Okay, because your inheritance, the Most High has blessed us. Okay, he's blessing us with those things that we have earned. Okay, we've earned. And so a new vision here. We're in this energy of now we're excited. Before we was crawling trying to get to where we are. We had to crawl to get to this place. Okay, we had to be buried. We made many sacrifices. Okay, and because we're in this energy of healing, and we have used this time wisely, this time of being in hermit mode, this time of being in solitude to heal ourselves. Now we're coming out and we're ready to dance. Like we're ready to shout to the mountaintops about what we know, express our vision to the world, and we're in our creative nature. You see what I'm saying? And so we are connected. This person in this, or this figure here, is connected to all that exists in the cosmos, as well as the earth, as well as everything that exists around her. And so it's like we have no disconnection. We are completely, it's like we've become reborn, and in that rebirth we became completely whole, connecting the spiritual with the physical, and there's no disconnect. Okay, and so this is what we have grown into. We went into this, and we have been in our childlike nature. I feel like we're operating from both ends of the spectrum. Okay, we have not neglected the inner child that's within us. We're actually seeing life from a very childlike, innocent perspective, but we've also grown and matured into our wisdom to the point where we're no longer concerned about flaws. When we look in the mirror, physically as well as spiritually, we see what reflects back to us is something that we are proud of, someone who we can look at, and in spite of our so-called flaws, we see past the physical. When we look at ourselves now, we see past the illusion of what other people told us we were versus who we know we are, because we've gone through the process of growth, and we've watched ourselves transform and go through this metamorphosis. We know internally the type of thoughts that we are having. We know the type of emotions that we have on a regular basis. And so we're able to look at ourselves in the mirror, and on a spiritual level and physical level, feel good about what reflects back to us, because we know that what we possess internally is actually beautiful. And so what we express to the world is going to match that. Okay, and so many people, they see this light, they see this glow, and they're not comfortable with it. But that's their problem. That's part of their karma, is to watch you continue to rise, continue to grow, continue to evolve, and continue to easily dodge any bullet, any negative intention that they try to bring your way, because we are focused on our purpose, and we're not going to allow them to get in our way. And so we're stepping outside of our comfort zones. We're not worried about anything. We're not worried about being uncomfortable anymore. We're just doing it. Okay, we're just doing it, whatever that looks like for us. We're not focused in, like I said, on materialism. And so things don't have to look a particular way in order for us to be happy. We have been able to be in that space of finding gratitude, and wherever we are, however our circumstances are, because we understand that we are spirits having a human experience. And because we see right through that, and because we've been able to embrace that, we're moving into freedom. We are free now. We have released ourselves from the chains. We have broken the generational curses and the chains that kept us bound. And so I think that's the message that I have. Let me see. I'm gonna pull a couple of cards from this deck, maybe about 4 cards, and then I'm gonna go ahead and close out, y'all. But yeah, definitely don't allow anyone to come in and disrupt your peace that you've created for yourself. Be prepared for that. You may be presented with a choice to make between two lovers. One may be a divine partnership. Choose wisely. Divine connections are not found every day. Listen to your heart regarding the situation. And so I feel like, the collective, the chosen seeds, we have a new beginning that's coming in, and then we're going to have to use our energy, our level of discernment to see and to recognize, is this my divine partner, or is this someone, you might have to choose between somebody from your past, because I said somebody from the past is going to try to come in and be very blatant in their sexual approach when it comes to the chosen. And so just pay attention. Try a person by their spirit. Use that energy of discernment. Listen to your inner voice when it comes to who this person is that might come back from your past and try to, sexually entice you. Pay attention to the type of energy that they carry. This says you may be moving towards someone or something. Be courageous in your pursuits. Moving forward courageously and boldly, taking the reins of your life and looking ahead. And so Yeah, I feel like you're going to be in this position where you're going to have to move away from someone from your past. Okay, it's that energy of having to release someone from your past that is that you know is not good for your highest good. You know that there's somebody that's not good for you, so you're going to have to be bold and courageous in your approach, and to keep it moving from the person that's not good for you, and to welcome in the one that you know is your divine partnership. So I feel like the chosen, like I said before, we are getting ready to come into our divine union. So like I said, use your um, your gift of discernment to be able to determine who is real and who's not. Okay, so remain grounded and humble as you build your wealth and security. Do not let materialism rule you. When what is given can just as quickly be taken away, to build a humble spirit. So stay grounded. Okay, so this shows me that you're in that energy where abundance, like I said, is coming to the chosen seed. We are getting ready to receive our inheritance where there may have been financial blockages in the past. Those blockages have been lifted up off of us. And so now the whatever we put into our craft, we're actually receiving the harvest back. Whatever that looks like, because I always tell people, um, a lot of times people expect for their material wealth or their blessings to come in, they expect it to look a certain way. So you might be working on something and you might find that maybe not all of the money is coming in from your business. It might just be coming in out of the blue from just other methods. You might find that money just comes just randomly from unexpected places is what I'm trying to say. And so just know that what you put out there from a space of love, compassion, and empathy, it does not go out void. Okay, it will come back to you, and it might not come back in the measure that you put it out there, but it will come back. It will be balanced. You see what I'm saying? And so it might not come back in from the source from which you put it out there. So let's say you did something very good for someone. You did a very good deed for someone from a space of love. You might not receive the blessing back from that person, but you will receive your blessing. You see what I'm saying? It'll come from an unexpected source. You see what I'm saying? And so expect to receive that which you put out there from a space of love and of good intentions and from a space of integrity. You're getting ready to be financially set, okay? So there's no need to worry about finances anymore. So let me see. I got one more card and I'm going to go ahead and close out. Someone may be deceptive in your energy right now, wanting to take or sneak away. Be watchful. Nothing remains hidden, but be mindful of who you have around you at this time, as their intentions might not be good. What have I been telling y'all in terms of my dreams? Somebody is getting ready to come towards you. Now, this person, they might come towards you with the intentions of wanting to take from you because they know that you are blessed. They know that your inheritance is coming to you. So you might have people that are that deceptive in their energy. These snakes that I saw, like I said, they was very blatant and they was very bold and outright and forthright in their approach and in their intentions. So you might have somebody that comes towards you that wants to take from you, that actually, blatantly wants to take what you have. So be very cautious about that, and pay attention. Pay attention to those people that come towards you. Do not let just anybody in your space. You know who these people are. You know what your intuition tells you about these people. Do not overlook what you feel. Let that guide you, because that is your spiritual navigation telling you. That is that energy of discernment telling you who is right for you and who is not. So that's what I have for you all. I love you. I'm sending positive love and light your way. If you desire a private session from me, email me. I'll leave that in the description box below. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you all back here again, and I will talk to you all next time.